Honorable Chair, esteemed delegates, and distinguished guests. It's my pleasure to welcome you to a very special month, a very special event, and a very special episode. And if this way of starting seems rather unusual, and if my outfit seems a little too formal, I have good reasons for it. After all, there are months at Clip, and then there's this month at Clip. I'd ask for you to address me as Madam Secretary General, but that would mean that OPOMUN was still going on. It's not. In fact, Oppo depression is hitting hard, so I guess I should just introduce myself as Marta. Hi. And as tempting as it is to jump straight into the 18th edition of our Model United Nations, we'll save it for last. Yes, I know, annoying. So let's go through the events of February. CLIP celebrated the start of a brand new lunar year together with the Confucius Institute. Students have plenty of opportunities to learn and experience the traditions typical of this time of year in many regions across Asia. We had dumplings, and we got to experience the art of calligraphy and eating with chopsticks. The eating part seems like the most fun. According to the Chinese zodiac, 2025 is the year of the snake, and it promises to bring plenty of renewal and regeneration as we shed the bad energies and make space for positive transformations and changes. Seems like a good year to graduate and move on to the next stage of my life. But I'm not quite ready to move on just yet. My love for Clip is far too strong. Goodness, that was a painful line to read. Why did I say yes to this? But alright, you can't talk about February without mentioning Valentine's Day, and the incredible work our Clippers in Motion Cupids do. Across the school, and even at OPOMUN, roses were delivered together with messages of love, celebrating the power of words and random acts of kindness. And there are no stronger words than those said in our mother tongue. For me, that's Portuguese. But with over 50 nationalities on our campus, we're always exposed to so many different languages. The Foreign Languages Department prepared a range of activities in the MRC to showcase our incredible diversity. In a year where the power of words is our guiding theme, it was super exciting to welcome author Elizabeth Jesus, the writer behind As Minhas Lendas Portugal, as she prepared an engaging presentation for our middle school students. And on the topic of myths and legends, our lower school students also learned more about sopa de pedra, or soup of stone, and discovered more about the instructional texts by learning how to follow a simple but delicious pizza recipe. In LTR, students in grades 6 to 8 have also been working collaboratively to discover more about Portuguese regions and culture. Each team focuses on a region's gastronomy, traditions, and heritage. Each group also developed a captivating tile inspired by the arts and crafts of that area. From Porto to Évora to Lisbon, Bragança, and even the Azores, students learned more about their country. I just find it shocking that they didn't even consider Vila Nova de Gaia. The recent visit from the Interacting Theatre Company delivered a thrilling yet hilarious comedy at Clip, with our students taking center stage. They played a role in the wild journey of love, courage, and redemption of the fisherman's tale. Action, chaos, and order clashed in the most unexpected ways. And if there's chaos, who are you gonna call? As tempting as it might be to go for the Ghostbusters, it's probably a little bit wiser to go to the police. Our lower school students had an amazing experience earlier this month as they got to dress up and visit our local police station, learning more about the role of police officers in society. Rumor is they even had the chance to sound the siren. Ghostbusters or police officers also seem like the perfect disguise for Carnival. To wrap up the half-term, lower school students paraded and danced to an ecstatic crowd of parents and grandparents, showing off their awesome costumes and moves. Later that same day, it was the middle schoolers' turn to have their carnival party, with plenty of good music and food. This half-term is long overdue, and we're all tired of 2 long months of hard work and dedication to our studies and to events like OPOMUN. Yes, let's talk about OPOMUN. Clip welcomed schools from around Europe and the world for the 18th edition of our Model United Nations, reaffirming our school's tradition of cultivating diplomacy, public speaking, and leadership skills among young participants by simulating the workings of the United Nations. For 3 days, 450 delegates represented their countries, drafted clauses, debated pressing issues, and found solutions through dialogue and compromise. For 3 days, it all happened right here in Porto, and it felt like tomorrow wasn't lost. But for me and the rest of the executive team, these 3 days were the culmination of months of tireless work to bring it all together. Emails, budgets, phone calls, meetings. Moments where we thought we had it, only to be disheartened to discover we hadn't. We had disagreements, sometimes even arguments. We made mistakes, but supported one another through tough times. We celebrated the victories and learned so much. Afonso and I didn't know how to organize a conference when this started. Matilde didn't know how to make a social event come to life. Mariana didn't know how to coordinate dozens of members of staff into a coordinated army of minions. Catarina didn't know what to look for in a venue. Beatriz didn't know what kerning, tracking, and leading were. We still don't know, but we're a little bit closer to finding out. So yeah, February was a big month for me. 4 months until graduation, still much to do. For me and for you. See ya.